Nvidia became the largest company in the world, surpassing tech giants such as Microsoft and Apple. Nvidia's market capitalization reached 3.3 trillion US dollars, all-time high of its history. Now the question is this just an AI bubble, just like the dot-com bubble happened in 90s, burst and crashed stock markets? Or is it the real deal? Is it the AI really the future? We will try to answer these questions in today's episode. Tune in with us. This is BizTech Global Technology Podcast. I am Gayashan Wagachchi from BizTech Global, and today I am here with my colleague Jayath Silva. Hi Jayath.
Hi Gayashan. I'm Jayath Silva from BizTech Global. Today we are diving into a recent shake-up in the tech market. As you mentioned, Nvidia came up to top 3. Now some might think Nvidia is a new player in the scene, but for anyone who ever built a gaming PC or deal with crypto mining will definitely know that Nvidia been around for ages. So Gayashan, why don't we dig deeper into those details? Why Nvidia got this sudden change?
Yeah, exactly. So I knew Nvidia in my childhood because of gaming. The GPUs or the graphic cards that we used were from Nvidia.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically we knew Nvidia as a graphic cards company. But now with the recent boom of AI, Nvidia's stock is rising and rising and rising like non-stop. And the interesting thing is now there are only 3 companies in the world who has surpassed 3 trillion US dollars margin in terms of market capitalization, which are Apple, Microsoft, and Nvidia. Google, Amazon, Meta, Tesla, all those are under 3 trillion US dollars in market capitalization. And Nvidia was not a huge company in terms of market capitalization for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Its stock price remained flat for a long time.
Yep.
And recently it began to rise up, and it's huge. It's all over the world. I mean, all the news outlets, BBC, Reuters, CNN, Bloomberg, everybody is reporting, and there are so many discussions in investor forums and all that. Some speculate it will rise up for some time.
Mm-hmm.
It will be a bullish rate for some time. So let's try to answer. I mean, let's try to decode the connection between rise of AI and rise of Nvidia.
Exactly.
So let's dive into some stats. Here we can say in terms of market capitalization, as per today, Apple is 3.6 trillion US dollars, Microsoft 3.3 trillion US dollars, Nvidia 3.1 trillion US dollars. Last month, 18th of June 2024, Nvidia was the biggest company in terms of market capitalization. It was at the top of this list. It was huge. It was such an eye-opener, and it is so interesting, right? Because this new player in this game. So it was for a brief time.
Mm-hmm.
Nvidia was the number 1 company for a brief time, one day or two.
Yes.
But now it's the third. So it's the new king in the game in stock markets. So let's go into the stats of Nvidia. This is from 1999 to 2024. Actually, Nvidia was founded in 1996 by the founder is Jensen Huang and his team. So yeah. So Jayath, what do you see? I mean, what do you feel when you look at this graph?
Yeah, as you mentioned in the previous days, the market don't seem that kind of a rise or any change, but it's obvious that something special happened at the end of 2022 that has a big impact on this change. So what's exactly happened on those days?
Yeah.
That's what we have to figure out.
Yeah, we especially remember that because in last year's episode series, we discussed about ChatGPT, and ChatGPT came into the attention last year.
Yeah.
With the, I think, January, February, March, that time period, right? And I mean, ChatGPT is whole another story.
Exactly.
Because the rise of ChatGPT was huge. It was the
number 2, I think.
Yeah, to reach 1 million active users, it was just 5 days for ChatGPT. And to reach 100 million users, it was just 2 months for ChatGPT. So in terms of the growing rate, ChatGPT was the number one on the list. Was the number one of the list because now number one is Thread, right? We can see the stats. So Threads is, I mean, today's topic is not about Thread. It's whole another thing. It's I think there are different dynamics there.
Yeah, mostly there may be many reasons, and the integration with the Instagram may be a big impact to that.
With Thread, that might be the case. So however, last year ChatGPT was the number one on that list in terms of growing. So I mean, to train machine learning models, it needs huge computation power. And now to serve millions, I mean, to serve now I think serving couple of millions or maybe couple 100 millions, not sure about that number. However, to serve huge amount of users, you need to scale the application, you need to scale the infrastructure. So that then, I mean, we are talking about machine learning models, right? So naturally it requires huge computation power. So I mean, Nvidia is a chip manufacturer. Especially Nvidia is focused on GPUs. So maybe we should know that when it's comes to machine learning models, deep learning models, machine learning and deep learning, it's hugely get advantage of parallel processing. So the most effective way to train a machine learning model or to run it on GPUs, not on CPUs. So especially Nvidia's specialty is in GPUs, right? And they are pushing the technology forward. They are always improving their architecture and technology. So I mean, naturally I can say that Nvidia is producing the chips and AI is booming, and machine learning models need to run on hardware. So the hardware provider is Nvidia.
So what you said was suddenly remember me a meme that it was when everyone digs for gold, sell shovels. So in here, the shovels are Nvidia
Nvidia GPUs, right?
chips. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then the gold diggers goes to the tech giants.
Yeah, very interesting thing. So yeah, so I mean, when you listen to Jensen's discussions and his talks, the CEO of Nvidia, Jensen Huang. So what he says was Nvidia was not founded. Their original intention was not about gaming. That's what he's always saying. He said that he wanted to create a company which pushes forward the technology of accelerated computing, right? So then they wanted to research and develop GPUs, parallel processing, the chips which are capable of parallel processing. But at the time, there was not a huge demand on that hardware. So what he said, I remember specifically, he said, Nvidia did not enter a market that was there before, which is gaming industry. It was not there when Nvidia was founded. He said he want to sustain the company. He want to create the cash flow and all that. So they helped to create gaming industry, and with that, Nvidia had a business model which is sustainable. So for a long time, it was the business model for Nvidia. So when you look at the graph, you can see that from 1999 to 2020, I mean, from the beginning of the Nvidia to 2015, maybe 2020, right? When you look at the graph, 2020, so about 25 years, gaming industry was the business model for Nvidia, right? So, I mean, you can go into the numbers. So in 2000, it's under $1 billion US dollars. The market capitalization is under 1 billion, right? Not trillions, 1 billion.
1 billion.
2015, it's just 10 billion. And it began to rise after 2015. It's surpassed 100 billion margin. And then in 2020, it's still 150 billion range. And after 2021, it's began to rise. So if we match the timelines of the AI space, we remember that ChatGPT and Bard at the time and DALI, these models was popularized in this period. I mean, they began to popularize in this time period, right? In 2021, 2022 and last year. So with that, we see the rise of Nvidia's market cap. It's surpassed, I mean, it's reaching 1 trillion at the end of 2021, and then again it's a decrease, and then it surpassed 1 trillion margin in the mid of 2023. So in about 6 months, it's about 3 times a growth, right? So I mean, just compare these two timelines. They are really matching, right? So yeah, so basically, Nvidia is providing some cloud services, but I don't think, I honestly don't think Nvidia is a big player in terms of cloud services. We know that the biggest players who biggest cloud providers are Azure and AWS, and Google is the third player. So, I mean, they are the diggers for gold in this meme,
Yeah.
right? And what Nvidia does is making shovels and giving those shovels to them. So, yeah, I mean, 2023 was a year for ChatGPT and also a year for Nvidia. And yeah.
Yeah.
So Jayath, there is another interesting question. So is it going to last?
You mean AI?
AI,
NVIDIA?
yeah.
Okay.
Is it going to last? I mean, is it a temporary thing, or is it just the buzz and everything? And is it just a bubble? And is it going to burst? I mean, we have to we need to try to answer that question.
So to figure out that, we have to find out, go through this AI, where it came from, and then we can make a credibility of that. So
Exactly.
as you mentioned, AI and AI was very popular, getting popular with ChatGPT, DALI, and those trendy models. But as we know, AI was with us
For a long time,
for a
right?
long time. I mean, we've been using AI without realizing anything. Yeah.
So let's look into Google.
Mm-hmm.
The first Google service launched was Google Search.
Yeah.
And Google Search launched 1997, and then Google Translate 2006, Google Ads 2000, YouTube 2005, Gmail 2004, like that. Google Assistant 2016, right? So, and Google Lens 2017.
Mm-hmm.
I think these two are really interesting because there is no way that you can build a feature something like Google Assistant without the help of AI.
Exactly.
You cannot do those things with an if-else tree. There is no way, right? So, and there are some other facts that can get. There is something called rank brain.
Mm-hmm.
It's used by Google search
Okay.
to search result ranking, and exact year might be different, but they are saying that they integrated Google brain, they integrated rank brain into Google search around 2015, right? And Google Translate. So Google Translate launched 2006, but there is a system called technology called neural machine translator,
Mm-hmm.
neural machine translation, and they are saying neural machine translation integrated into Google Translate in around 2016. So we can say that in 2015-16, in that time period, Google really integrated AI technology into their services, maybe even before. So this is the information that we can find in the open internet,
Yeah.
maybe even before. And then there is another very interesting example, which is Siri from Apple,
Yeah.
right? Siri was released before Google Assistant.
Uh-huh.
So for sure, Apple was using AI. And so these tech giants was using AI. They are researching and pushing the technology forward, but it was not popularized. The word AI was not in there, but today we see all the applications has AI. And if you need to sell your application, you need
It's the keyword.
AI in it. It's the
Yeah.
keyword. Yeah, exactly. So let's go even further back. Let's go to the point that computer was invented,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I'm looking at the information which provided by ChatGPT, so these can be little wrong, but here's the key points. In 1936,
Mm-hmm.
Alan Turing publishes his paper on Turing machine, theoretical foundation for modern computers. Right? And in 1946, ENIAC, the first general purpose electronic digital computer, is completed. 1951, UNIVAC, first commercially available computer. 1957, IBM introduces IBM 704, first mass-produced computer. And 1969, ARPANET, precursor to modern internet, created by US Department of Defense. And 1983, ARPANET adopts TCP/IP as its standard networking protocol. 1975, Altair 8800, first personal computer. 1976, Apple I. 1981, IBM released first IBM PC, the personal computer. 1990, first web browser and World Wide Web.
Mm-hmm.
And it was created by Tim Berners-Lee. And 1991, World Wide Web publicly available. 1998, Google is founded. So, let's get into this, right? So, in 1936, Alan Turing published his paper on the Turing machine, and that was the theoretical foundation for the modern computer.
We talked about Turing test in our previous sessions. So it means it's a simple method to determine whether machine can demonstrate human intelligence, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So it's there is a movie about this called Imitation Game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean you should watch this movie. So think about a situation, I mean experiment like this. There is a room and there is a curtain in the middle of the room, and you go into the room. There is a person or machine, whatever, at the other side of the curtain. You cannot see it, but you can communicate with it or his or her in some format, maybe written format, right? This can be a thought experiment.
Okay.
So you do a discussion with the entity
Okay. That's
in the other side of the curtain, and then you come out and you answer this question. The person or thing that you did the discussion with, a human or not, a human or machine. You answer it's a human, and if actually the thing that you did the discussion with was a machine, then that machine passes the Turing test. So that means, when the machine do a discussion with a human, and if human cannot really recognize is it a machine or not, then that machine can imitate human behavior or human thoughts, kind of things. So then, if we cannot recognize it if is a machine or human, then that machine can imitate human intelligence. Basically, that is the general idea of Turing test. And there are AIs passed Turing test for couple of years, a couple of decades back, as I remember. So this is the first idea. So Jayath, I think computer was invented as a thinking machine, don't you think?
Yeah.
Like the first, the initial intention was to build a machine which can think like a human. But we realized that human intelligence is huge, right?
Yeah.
I mean, human brain is the most complex thing in the universe. As we humans say, I don't know, we are too proud of ourselves, or or we overrated ourselves, I don't know. But however, for a long time we believe that we cannot create a machine which can think like a human. But I think we are reaching that point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that, I mean, the takeaway is the AI, the research to build an AI was there since the invention of the computer. It's so, I mean, it's ancient. How much ancient is the computer is, that much ancient the AI is.
So as you mentioned, it was there when with the start of the computer, and it's here in the present. And your question was, is this just a bubble or not?
Yeah.
In my opinion, this is the next revolution, such as we moved from horse cart to motor cars. We have to evolve, and this is the next step. And I don't think this is just a bubble. This is gonna stay.
This is going to stay. Yeah. So yeah, with looking at all those facts, the history and the trends and the present situation, I mean, everything solidified the fact that AI is here to stay. And more on that, the tech giants, I mean, leaders of tech giants, I mean, let's say giant tech leaders such as Elon Musk, Bill Gates, and Satya Nadal, and who is the CEO of Jensen Huang? I mean, all these people are predicting that AI could be the next technological revolution. Maybe it's a revolution in human civilization. It might be the next biggest breakthrough that we do as a human, as a civilization. They like predict that. And more, I mean, there is this discussion, if AI was so powerful and it can be harmful for the human civilization. I mean, it's a totally separate discussion, but it's there, right? So that means, I mean, we are expecting AI to grow. It will not stop, right? The hardware capability will be pushed forward, and the software capabilities will push forward as well. So Nvidia, sorry, AI will be grown for some time. Maybe, I don't know, maybe forever. So I mean, we at this rate of improvements, we cannot predict future. Personally, I don't think we can say things. I mean, we cannot predict the things in 5 years even, right? It's not sure. So, I mean, I mean, I'm hesitated to say things about next year even, right? It's that much of a rate. But however, yeah, one thing is sure: AI will be here because it was there and it was here as the beginning of the computers. So I think that solidifies that fact.
Yeah. So with that, that means we have to deal with AI.
Exactly.
Okay. That
Yeah.
means even though our jobs also gonna be impacted with that, our day-to-day life, and as a developers, our job also gonna be there should be impact for those also, because what if we can automate most of our tasks?
I mean I think rule of thumb about AI is anything can be automated will be automated at some point. It's just a matter of time. So I think if you think about your workflow or your job using that system, anything can be automated, will be automated, then I think you can find the answer. So if what you are doing right now can be automated, I think it's in the risk. So yeah, let's dive deeper. I mean, ChatGPT launch. I started to use ChatGPT last year. Now it's so integrated into my workflow as a developer. I mean, what it did was it made it saved me a lot of time. That is what it did. It saved me a lot of time, because in earlier days, to find things in the internet, when we got a problem, to solve it, we need to find the ways. So we search through Google, and we go through Stack Overflow, and we go through GitHub issues and discussions. But now I just can ask that question from ChatGPT or Gemini or GitHub Copilot, and it instantly gives me some directions. And so far it's so effective. Then my searching for answers, it has been very quick. So if someone give me a choice to choose to use AI or not, definitely, hands down, I'm choosing to work with AI.
Yes, exactly. We have to work with it because, as to me, also AI make the task more efficient and consume less time. I mean, we can do the task with easy steps. So to me also, I'm also gonna stay with AI in the situation.
Yeah.
And also now with the ChatGPT and those LLM models, now prompt engineering, okay,
It's rising up, right?
It's become a necessary skill with that.
Yeah, in some job descriptions we can see this, right? Sometimes it says like it's better to have some kind of experience on prompt engineering. Generally, as a developer, that can be very helpful, nice to have skill. But personally, I believe, Jayath, it will be a necessary skill. It will be a compulsory skill in near future, because I mean, look at the markets as a business. What you want to do is you want to do things with a minimum time. I mean, everything. I mean, you need efficiency, right? What AI does, at this point, what AI does is make people efficient, make human efficient, save time for them, and do repetitive tasks, simple tasks. I mean, simple can be subjective, but I mean, there is no need to go into these repetitive logic creation, things like that. So you can focus on more important things, or the things that AI cannot do yet, probably cannot do, will not be able to do forever, such as human to human communication, such as soft skills, empathy, like that. Yeah, so for now, I think what we can do is we should transform our workflows, our day-to-day workflows with AI. that then in a way that we can save time and we can use that time to make our work more meaningful and add more quality into our work, not only into our work but also into our life as well. Because now, I mean, with this rise of AI, you cannot be so busy, right? It saves a lot of time. So yeah, you can use that time to increase the quality, to add quality to your work and your life.
That's a good answer. So we see that with this AI boom, new jobs, not new, I mean, those were not that much popular, but such as ML engineers, data engineers, ML ops, those kind of jobs have become more popular with this boom.
Yeah.
With impact.
Yeah.
And
one interesting thing was we saw a couple of layoffs in last 2 years, 3 years. But when you look at the data, the jobs related to AI and AI and data, AI and machine learning and deep learning, such as machine learning engineers and data scientists, data engineers, jobs like that, they were not so affected, right? Like front end, back end, full stack developers. I mean, there are huge layoffs, but demand for machine learning jobs, the jobs related to AI and data, are not so affected. It's one sign that it's different between the other layers. I mean, other jobs such as full stack developer, UI developer, backend developer, database management kind of things, versus jobs related to machine learning and AI.
So, is there any kind of new jobs?
Personally, I think. I mean, this is my personal idea. So in future, I mean, these days we can see this star icon in all the apps.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? It's in Notion, it's in Office 365 package, which is a 365 Copilot. It's in all the code editors. I mean,
it's any website where you go, there is that special star icon or whatever chatbot or anything that integrate AI into that.
Yeah, chatbot powered by LLM. That's
Exactly.
very interesting. That's important. So I think in future, the AI will be integrated into application so much more than this. Probably in future, you won't need, I mean, you will not build software as today. There might be, I mean, this is think like a situation like that. There are machine learning models, and what you can do is you can provide the solution for the business problems using that machine learning models instead of writing custom software. There could be scenarios like that. Then you need a special kind of people who are familiar with full stack development and also familiar with machine learning and data. And I think these engineers will be called AI engineers. They are not machine learning engineers or data scientists. They don't need to have that much of comprehensive knowledge, but they need to have some kind of knowledge in ML and data. In the same time, they need to have some kind of knowledge in UI, and backend, full stack, right? They will be the guys who wire things up with the front end or with the front of the application with machine learning models. And there will be, so I mean, in that layer, you need people for quality assurance, you need people to deploy and scale the application, you need people to secure the application. So there will be,
Those are under the AI frame.
yes. So there will be a new set of jobs will be created in very near future, as I think.
Yeah, that's so interesting. So we see this AI thing is growing, and still it's growing. Whenever we talking,
I think this is just the beginning.
yeah. So as an idea, what if AI reach its full potential? Then what will life be like then?
Yeah, that's a really good question, and I think I think best person to refer for an answer for that question is Elon Musk. He was talking about the rise of AI for a long time, years and years. I mean, he was warning the humanity, the fully capable AI will be so powerful. It can be so beneficial for humans, as in the same time it can be so harmful for humans, right? So currently publicly, we have not achieved AGI, artificial general intelligence. So what is AGI is an AI that can do that can do all the cognitive tasks, that can think and do all the cognitive tasks like a human or better than human, right? So far what we have is narrow intelligence. If you take LLM models or self-driving cars, all of these are niche use cases, so it's narrow intelligence. But many people speculate that we will reach AGI in recent years, artificial general intelligence, and super intelligence as well. So that means, like, think about that. I mean, it's unimaginable, right? So an AI that capable of everything that human can do and far more. Then I would like to quote Steve Jobs' sayings. I don't remember the exact words, but what he said was, and this is, this is in the discussion of AI community. There will be an age of abundance, right? There will be an age of abundance. That means you will be able to get all the things that you need very quickly and very easily. Yeah, because if an AI can do all the things that human can do, we need to work anymore, right? All the work can be done by AI, and the only limiting factor will be resources. But to collect resources, we can use AI as well. Maybe, think about space travel. It's limited because of human life, because of our lifespan and the need to do life support for the humans. So if AI can achieve that capability, if it's achieved general artificial general intelligence, then you can use machines to do that. You can use machines to do space travel and all that. Then I don't know, maybe we will be able to mine minerals, collect minerals from the space or planets or things like that. That's a whole, yeah, it's a science fiction, I know, but I think reality will be much weirder than science fiction. So yeah, age of abundance. With that kind of situation, there will be a new set of problems. We work we work with a purpose in our life. Most of the time that purpose is entangled with some kind of a material possession or material achievement. most of the time. Even it's a spiritual kind of thing. I mean, our day-to-day life will be so disrupted. I as I feel the biggest problem, I mean, personally, I will face what I work for, and what will I do in that spare time. That will be a huge roller coaster, mental roller coaster. So there will be like people will be depressed so much, and I don't know, it's so negative. I don't know, this whole another level of discussion, but I think we need to think about that too.
Yeah, as you mentioned, there may be good and bad side both. Anyway,
Yeah, technology is a double
yes.
edged sword, right?
So that's a great way to wrap up today's session, and see you next time with something even more interesting.
Thank you. See you. Bye.
Thank you.